If you like talking,
Women.
Ladies,
men,
topic,
Conversations.
and occasional uninformed politics,
multiple talking women is for you.
Hit it! Hey ho, everybody. This is Paula Gherkin, the producer of Multiple Talking Women, back at you with another episode. I'm here with my hosts.
Lana Brown.
And Felicity Bramblebush. Listen, we are so thrilled because sitting with us this morning.
Is somebody wearing a rainbow? Is that why you're thrilled?
No, that's not what I was
Oh,
going to say. But
okay.
fine, yes, there is somebody
She makes
wearing
it
a
about
rainbow.
she makes it about herself as much as possible.
So excited because sitting across from me right now is none other than the very handsome, very talented Kapil Talwalkar.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Wow, yeah. This is a vision. This is a
It's a
vision
vision.
across from us.
And my first question is, why would you hide those dimples with that beard?
Yeah, it's for you to find.
Oh, I
that's
like
a great
that.
answer. Is that a
Wow.
stock answer?
No.
It's
Oh.
new.
I
New
wanna
as
go
of today.
digging.
I
there.
I've done a version of it.
Uh-huh.
It's like like why are those dimples hiding in there?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Be like, poking through. Maybe just get in there and see for yourself.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess
Yeah.
when you have dimples, you have to be prepped. You have to always be prepared
Yeah,
to have
peop-
something cute
Someone's
to
going
say.
to comment on it.
Uh-huh.
People love dimples.
People love
People-
dimples. I've tried putting things in there sometimes.
Oh.
Inside
Oh.
your dimple? Loose
Yeah.
change?
Just
Yeah.
holding things.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Snacks
But-
for
Or you
later.
could shave just around the dimple. You show those and then have kind of a
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be
Yeah.
a good look.
Like a little a frame.
yes, like a
Mhm.
frame.
Yes.
Now, but I wonder if, do you ever think you're missing out on some castings because people aren't getting to see the full dimp? And
Did you
I
call
don't think
it
he's
dimp?
missing out on a lot of castings.
Well-
first of all,
well, we don't know, do we?
Here's what I would
You
say.
think casting directors out there are like, we need someone with a full dimp?
Yeah,
yes,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
they
Tell
might
us.
be.
I you know what I've realized, like if I shave down enough, like maybe just a little bit
Yeah,
under this,
you can see enough.
It's like a good
Ah,
Mhm.
there we go.
for you to find,
Yeah.
and
Mm.
and also
So there's still some mystery.
also it's just like I don't need to find, it's there,
Right.
Oh.
Have you ever spent this much time talking about that on a podcast
Never.
before? Cool.
Never.
Okay,
This
we
is what
win.
we pride ourselves on.
Mhm.
Cool.
We win.
Cool, cool,
Yeah,
cool, cool,
we
cool.
win.
But it does give you a very angelic vibe.
Oh,
And but I know there's a little devil in there.
Yeah.
there's a big devil in there.
Okay.
Oh, big devil.
There's
All right.
I think the contrast of that
Mhm.
probably helps for
Mhm.
sure. It's because it's like you look at me and you're like, oh, he must be sweet,
Mm.
you know?
Mhm, mhm.
but that's probably good. Maybe
Very
that-
good.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
you're not
Very good.
simple and easy to figure out. So when we're watching you, whether it's in a play or a movie or a television show, I'm looking at you and I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 It's okay.
This is why I
It could
think
be joyful.
I can feel there's an intense attraction over here.
Oh,
Yeah, I can feel it.
And
Mhm.
and I think that's probably it, at
Mhm.
least on my end, because you know me, I don't like a nice boy.
mm.
Oh.
Nope.
And I'm constantly being hounded by men, but this one's got this kind of what I like, which is I'm a kind of a
Uh-huh.
bad boy, and that makes me go,
Mm.
that makes me lean
That makes
in.
you lean in.
Mhm.
But his
Cool.
eyes are slightly hungry.
It's the right
Uh-huh.
amount.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's the right amount. I mean, it's just kind of how we met.
That's right. We met on a dating website.
Mhm.
This is the first time you've brought in a guest that you've met in this.
Well, we didn't
fashion.
actually go on a date.
Oh, okay.
No,
No.
we didn't.
No, we just were chatting. We chatted back and forth for a while, and I said
But you couldn't seal the deal.
I
Well-
couldn't seal the deal.
Well,
He begged.
I
Trust me.
I mean, I wouldn't say beg. I was on.
Well-
Well, I mean, how would you define beg?
Yeah.
Will you go out with me? And you asked a bunch of times.
I
So
did do that.
Mm.
But we had a lovely Skype.
we sure did.
Mm.
We Skyped.
Okay.
Yeah. And I just thought, you know me. I don't want to lose myself in a relationship, and
Mhm.
You
I
could have
feel
gotten
like
lost in those.
Yeah.
circles.
I might have gotten lost in these.
What
cycles.
was it about
Skype.
Paula that made you continue to ask?
Well,
For dates.
first of all, she's really spunky.
Mhm.
Sure.
You know,
That's
because I
true.
said I said, hey, I really want to do Zoom, and she's like, I don't want to give any more money to the Chinese,
Mm.
Oh.
and
That's right.
um, so to me, I was like, wow, like this person's really putting themselves out there.
Mhm.
And then so we went on Skype and we had
Mhm.
some issues, but like, and I tried, and she obviously didn't feel the same way, and that's fine.
But I said, guess what? Would you like to be a guest on our podcast? And
Yeah.
that's your consolation prize.
And that was your consolation
I think she did
prize.
feel the same
Mhm.
way. She was just afraid she's going to fall too hard because she's crossing her legs really tight right now. So she's
Yeah.
just trying not to get.
Yeah, I don't
There's
want to fall
there's
too
something
hard.
defiant
Yeah.
about Paula in her essence. So you say Zoom, she'll say Skype. You say Apple phone, she'll say Google Pixel. Something irritating like this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
True.
That's what I do.
Now I want to start to get to the nitty.
Yeah, we got to stop.
Come
We got
on.
to talk about something
Come on.
besides all this.
Come
Yeah.
on. So
Get
Kapil,
into it.
oh my God, where do I start? First of all, you were on one of my favorite shows called Zoe
Extraordinary
Playlist.
Playlist,
Zoe's
yeah.
Extraordinary
Mhm.
Playlist.
Yeah,
And where you sang and danced
I did.
regularly.
Yes, I did.
So you have this gift of being a hysterical comic actor, but then you also sing and dance, which is like old school triple threat.
Yes,
Right?
the real
Big
actor.
time.
Quadruple.
A real actor
Quad-
has this.
Yes.
Yeah.
But fine. You know what?
Because
Yes.
a writer also, am I
Also
right?
a writer.
There you go.
And also like model, handsome, good looks.
Hey, oh God, I should come on this podcast like all the time.
We build you
I
up.
like
We'll
my
build you up.
self-esteem is like sky high right now.
We're
Through
just
the
speaking
roof.
the
Through the
truth.
roof.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
just what we're looking at
Yeah,
here.
it's just what
This
we're
is what we're
looking at.
dealing with.
But so, but who was little Kapil?
Oh, who was little?
Yeah,
Yeah, like-
where'd you grow up? How'd you know you wanted to do this thing?
Well, I was always my grandpa was an actor in India.
Oh.
Yeah, surprise.
Wow.
Big surprise.
Yeah. So and he would he would have people over all the time at his house. I was born there. And he would have people at his house over all the time when I was little. And I just loved making people laugh.
Mm.
And I like learned this one joke that he had told me. And when there was a bunch of guests and people around, I wanted to tell the joke. And so he would like let everyone in, be like, okay, it's kids telling the joke. Just make sure to like laugh, make them feel good.
Mhm.
And would do it. Everyone would laugh. And he would like really make me feel special as if like, and it just was the coolest thing. Of,
Do you
like,
remember the joke?
Yeah.
We're dying to hear.
Yeah, it was, you know what? It's going to take a sec to remember it.
Okay,
but-
that's
but-
okay. It'll come
At,
to you.
at any time, if you remember it, just say it, no matter where we are in the conversation.
Okay.
That's right.
This
Just do the
feels
joke.
like a warm childhood.
It was a really warm childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and my grandma was a singer.
Oh,
there you go.
Okay,
So
you
my
got it all over the place.
my grandpa like married a singer, and then
Mm.
she like sang for like movies, like
Mm.
when the girl would be like mouthing stuff, she would be singing it.
Right.
So, I was just really lucky to get the genes of my comic actor grandpa
Mhm.
and my like singer grandma.
Mhm.
wow.
And then did it skip your parents?
Completely skipped my parents.
Okay.
Completely.
Did they have like a, what do they do? What do they do?
They're
for
both
work?
in computers.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
They're both in
completely
computers. Like
skipped.
They
super-
shunned that. lifestyle.
Shunned.
Okay.
They completely shunned their lifestyle.
Uh-huh.
And
But also then they also made money, which is probably good.
they made, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think I don't feel too bad for
Yeah,
them, you
because
know what I mean?
it's like it's a questionable career choice to go into show business. Whereas computers, you're probably going to make a good living. Like you never know if you're going to make money or not doing show business.
Yeah,
it's not,
you never.
It's not
I mean,
guaranteed.
and that's what. And also, you know what? Like most immigrant parents, they're like, "Oh, don't do it because, like, we're here to survive. Like, we had to
Yeah.
survive, and that's
Mhm.
not a survive job."
Mhm.
Mhm.
That's where that mentality comes from. I think that my dad probably didn't. I know he didn't want me to go into it because he didn't get to see his dad, and so he didn't want that for me because
Mm.
my dad was around, a little too around, during my childhood.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
and then but like he got to miss that for his own dad. So
Mhm.
like I think part of it's like you're gonna have a family one day and I want you to be there
Sure.
for them.
Yeah.
You know?
So, did you feel like this desire to express yourself, but then you had to keep it hidden?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Oh, she just really read you. I see the
Yeah.
impulse coming through.
Yeah.
And can I
Yeah.
want to get into that more too, but before I got to backtrack. Were you on a short leash with your dad? You said he was around too much. Was he kind of controlling?
He like coached my baseball team.
Okay.
He
Okay,
like
but
he was very involved.
he's like very involved. Like he had a job that he started early, like 6,
Mhm.
7. He was done by like 3. Got me from school, and then
I
like
thought
I'm
for a
like,
minute you meant he started working when he was 6 or something.
no, no, no.
Okay.
Oh, this
Okay,
is
great.
sweet though. I think this
Th-
maybe made you the man you are today.
It absolutely
Probably.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of these things. And I'm trying to overcome and like prove to my folks that like I really want to do this.
Mhm.
Like the engine to be like, I'll show you.
Now, are
Mhm.
these things, this is happening here in the States at this point?
Yeah,
You're,
yeah,
when
yeah.
you're starting to show them, how are you showing them?
That's like, well, I came here when I was 3,
Okay.
2 or
Mm.
3. So
I picture you with a little rucksack coming and showing up at Ellis Island. Just I'm
Yeah.
here,
yeah,
Sure.
let's go,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
America.
I mean,
No.
my
So your timeline's a little off.
Well, my
Darling.
my immigrants
Well,
from
listen.
Armenia came, and they came to Hollywood, and like you're saying, they're like, we're immigrants, we got to get jobs. So there was
Mhm.
gardeners, and there was people who were like selling things at the original farmers market. But the grandmother, she could sing, but guess what? She taught other people to sing,
Rather than do it
do
herself.
it herself,
Mhm.
because of that. Got to make some money
you
here.
gotta make
Yeah.
some money
Gotta make
Yeah.
some money
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
So you're
because that's way
right.
more stable.
Way
Yeah.
more stable.
Yeah.
Way more stable.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're here. You're like, are you doing a play? Are you doing what are your first things you're doing that are where some acting is happening or singing?
The first thing ever, and this is going to be really weird, but
Ooh.
in middle school, in like 6th grade, it was the first time I ever did any public speaking of any sort. And it was
Mhm.
from the intro to Chaucer's Canterbury Tales,
Hey,
which is,
okay.
I don't know if do you guys, I don't know about this.
Please say something.
Yeah. So it like everyone had to memorize this intro, which is in Old English,
Mhm.
Oh.
and then
Mhm.
say it word for word.
Was
front
this
of
in
the class.
California?
In California.
Okay.
So it would start Van dat April with his shower sute, the drocht of March had perset to the route,
That sounds like demons speak.
and bathed every vein in swish liqueur. Yeah, yada 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 yada.
You wouldn't allow
So-
your children to
It
do
sounds
that.
Dear
German
God,
or
no.
something.
Yeah.
That's early American?
That's-
Early English.
Early English is like Scottish, Irish sounding with like mixes of like Germanic.
I'm very impressed right
Wow.
now.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was I had a blast doing it, and like everyone's like, your pronunciation was the best out of everybody.
Yeah, I
And-
think
and-
so.
Yeah. Like you wouldn't even know. And you were like, I bought it. You know?
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't just buy it. My body is like limp. Like carry me to the bedroom now, please. And continue
That
speaking.
language did that?
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
does it to
Wow.
you.
Oh yeah.
You
All
better
right.
let your primary know.
Yeah.
Mastery.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't get involved with her though, because
Oh.
she's got too many
She's
partners.
got a lot going on
Oh.
down
Always
there.
more room.
Always room for a
Always room.
fourth.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
That's true. Wow. Okay. So you did that. And did you feel like, okay, like that feels good to everybody?
Yeah. Well,
Liking it. And,
and then that became like, like Shakespeare skits in
Mm.
class. And then the big thing was I was in high school, and my mom was like, you need to find an extracurricular to put on your college application.
Mhm.
And I'm like, for my college, what about just,
Right. I get it.
Yep.
Yep.
to
Mhm.
fill my soul?
Mhm.
It's like,
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
know what that even means.
Right.
Mhm.
So I think it was like one day she like forgot to not forgot to pick me up. Like it would be like, well, she was maybe running late,
Mhm.
and there's like auditions for the play,
Mhm.
and there was like a bunch of cute girls in drama.
Mhm.
Sure.
All
That'll
the
do it.
prettiest girls were definitely in drama.
Sure.
Mhm.
And I was like, this is the spot.
Mhm.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And I didn't realize the guitar angle yet. So I was like,
Mm.
let me try this thing.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, this is a 2-for-1. I'll tell my mom. And
Yep.
by the way, at this point, I haven't even comprehended how big of a star my grandpa was at home, because
Mhm.
like I'm here in the States.
Right.
Like I don't really like
there's a
intellectually, I'm like,
disconnect,
oh
yeah.
yeah. So I never hear about it. People don't
No.
know.
Yeah.
You
You're
know?
watching like Saved by the Bell or something.
Yeah, famous,
But I would
famous
like
relative.
to know, and we might want to list it because I would like to go back and watch some of his films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His stuff is, I mean, you wouldn't understand because it's in Marathi,
Well, that's okay.
but it's super. He's very funny.
What's his name?
Sharad,
Okay.
Sharad, same last name.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway, audition for the play Lysistrata. It's about women abstaining. Well, I don't know if do you guys know about Lysistrata?
No.
No, we
Wait,
don't
what
know.
kind of highbrow high school did you go
Yeah.
to?
No, it's a public high school. I think my drama teacher was like wanted to take really big swings and like.
We
so-
only know about Cats.
We know
the
about
musical.
cats.
Have you done Cats?
That's how we
Yes,
met.
they did.
Mhm,
But they were
that's how
only
we met.
extras.
We were Jellicle
You were
Cats.
extras in Cats.
They just
That's
danced
how
in
we
the
met
background.
in
Simi
Simi
Valley.
We both wanted a creative outlet.
In Simi Valley, they did
A
Cats.
community
did.
theater
Community
production.
theaters.
Yeah.
What roles in Cats were?
Those
They didn't-
Jellicle Cats in
we
the
were-
background.
See,
Yeah.
here's the thing. At this community theater, anyone who auditions gets a part. That was their deal. And so they had a lot of extra cats just dancing around and being like cats in the background. And that's what these two were.
We had our reasons. We both wanted to break into the biz.
Yeah, and we're
we
still
didn't-
trying.
you know.
And you thought that, I mean, I'm not trying to be. You thought that community theater in Simi Valley.
Well, we never done anything before. So it's not like I'm going to show up in Broadway. This was what was opportunity.
You
You
know,
know?
I'm
It
not
was
going to
just-
show up in Broadway either.
No.
I'm going to drive to Simi Valley and
I was there. That's where my lovers live. And the Jellicle Cats, you know, that just required a black leotard and some whiskers.
whiskers.
Yeah.
Hold on. This is a lot to unpack for a second. Your lovers.
My lovers, not her. I have one primary, and nobody has noticed that he gave me this ring.
How would we?
Can
Well,
we-
it's different. It's huge.
It's huge.
It is.
My primary wants to just be us. But I've got two other men who one lives with his family of origin, like his mother, father, grandmother, and the other lives with his wife and kids and all of this in Simi Valley. We're open. I have a lot of love to give, and I have an empty hole that needs receiving, like just never enough, right? But my primary wants to. Anyway, so I was
So-
like your
there
primary is
Your
making a
primary
statement.
gave you that one.
last night.
Yeah.
To say,
Hey, please
cut it
just be
off.
just be
Consider
mine.
just being
Uh-huh.
with just me and
And-
our son.
And would our son?
I will have one child together.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm thinking about it.
Oh,
okay.
this is news.
you're thinking about it.
Yeah, because the ring. Because maybe there's going to be more jewels.
Mm.
That's not the right reason.
Well, we don't know. Anyway,
What? But hold on. But okay, so what's going to happen to the other lovers?
I mean, what happens? You know, they're going to be crying and sad and they're going to miss me.
It's my favorite thing. You know that.
She likes. She likes
you-
when they cry.
So
She-
I have a, just I need a just
Mhm.
I understand why you go to Simi Valley,
right.
Mhm.
Because of
The lovers.
Your lovers. Hmm.
why do you go to Simi Valley?
You saw the audition on
Backstage
somewhere.
West.
On Backstage
yeah.
West, I saw a listing and I drove up there. It's the only time I've ever been to Simi Valley. for the
Backstage
production.
West is listing Simi Valley Community Theater
Mhm.
cats.
Sure. Well,
In
someone
fairness, I
like you
think
doesn't
it
need to
was
look into
Backstage
Backstage.
East. It's their lesser known, like the
It,
junior
it might have
varsity.
been Backstage Northeast.
Right. It's,
even.
You know, it's for people getting started.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Breaking in,
Mhm.
breaking into the biz.
We're not going to call Steven Spielberg and ask
Yeah,
him
and
for
say,
a
"Put us
role.
in a
We're at
film."
least a
Mhm.
little self-aware.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
And this
not
is my first time
much.
doing anything like this, and
Was-
I'm not going to go close to my.
Was it like
home.
because
You
you,
don't
wanted to
shit where
work
you
with a
eat.
particular director in Simi Valley, or
No.
I would, this is you're exactly where I was over a year ago. I try to understand this too. You can't. You won't understand it. You're just not going to, because it doesn't make any sense that they would think that would lead them to anything. But I'll tell you,
it just doesn't make any sense.
but you know what it did for them? It gave them a harsh dose of reality,
Mhm.
because they thought, well, this will be a stepping stone, and of course it wasn't. And of course, she went in and auditioned with the song "Dumb Dog" from Annie
Annie.
the movie. I don't know if you're familiar. and
Dumb Dog. Can you give us a little bit?
Why are you following me?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
anyways, but that's when they decided, well, maybe let's try a podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a way to.
So
get
in that way,
famous.
it was a stepping stone, wasn't it?
It did. It brought you to this podcast.
And that's how we met each other.
Yeah, we're desperate to get work. I wanted that lights on me. We are desperate. Desperation.
Yeah, if you
city.
have any connections or
And
tips,
I'm learning manifestation is right next to desperation. I
We're
want it
also
so bad. I
learning-
want it so bad. I want it so bad. I want it so bad.
We're also learning Delulu is the Salulu.
That's right.
So we go on thinking that we're very close to making it.
I bet in his day, your grandpa was freaking gorgeous.
Yeah. Actually, no.
Oh,
Oh, actually, no.
why was he more of like a character comedic?
Character comedic.
I still would have been into it.
Yeah.
yeah, probably.
So going back to where all the pretty girls are and you signing up, I think you were going to say for guitar lessons.
I
it's not what he was going to say.
okay. I did just long story medium. I did the play. I fell in love with theater,
Mm.
and then I just like kept doing it. Went to USC,
Mm.
did the plays there,
Mm-hmm.
and was like, if I got, it's a bigger group, a bigger pool.
Mhm.
And I'm like, if I still can get roles, like good roles in a bigger
that might
audition
mean
pool,
something.
might mean something.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, okay, I'll just stay here and see what happens. And then I booked like 3 pilots from the course of leaving USC to when I first booked Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
Oh.
All of them did not go to series.
Oh.
And then I booked Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. That went to series. But you know what did help? The creator of Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist called the creator of one of the other pilots I'd booked. She was like, by the way, so-and-so you had worked with, how is he? I'm trying to figure out this
Mhm.
role.
How is he?
Mhm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so, just goes to show you, like, just doing a good job and showing up to work with a good attitude. Anyway, that helped me get that job. And then the rest is sort of history because I was on NBC, and then NBC's like, okay, well, he did a great job on Zoe's. Well, maybe we can see
Maybe
how-
put him in something else.
something else. And in the middle of that season, I did a season arc on this other show because people had seen me on Zoe's.
Right.
What was the
Mhm.
other show called?
It's called Charmed. It was the final season.
yeah. Oh,
excuse
yeah.
me.
Heard
of it.
Sure.
So-
Hello.
Did that, and then did Night Court
Oh,
for a year.
Gary
And
Anthony Williams. You were
Gary-
with Gary Anthony
Love
Williams?
him,
One of
by
our
the way.
faves.
One of our
One of
faves.
our top
One.
faves.
Mhm.
He did?
He's
Yeah,
on
he's
that
done the
very
show.
chair.
He is
He sat
so
there.
funny.
He
Yeah.
is so
Funniest.
deeply
Mhm.
funny.
So funny.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it was like an embarrassment of riches on that show in terms of comedy. And
Yeah.
then since then, I was on it for a season. And then since then, I did a Hallmark movie recently.
well,
Yes.
okay. I really want to
Pause.
jump into the Hallmark, but can I make one quick
Mhm.
circle?
Yeah.
You did 3 pilots. They did not work it. Then before you got the big
Yeah.
one. What kept you from just jumping off a cliff and saying, I'm
killing
done?
myself?
Yeah, I'm done. I can't do it. Because that's what we would
Mhm.
do.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, first of all, it's I know it's really hard.
Mhm.
And it's like, so one of them was called False Prophets for ABC.
Oh.
Another one was called Arranged for CBS.
Mhm.
And another one was Operation Othello with Viola Davis.
Jeez.
As-
Whoa.
With
that
I-
doesn't
I was
go.
playing Operation Othello with Viola Davis, Julius Tennant and her husband, Mary Chieffo, David Cornsweet, and me.
But it's like, come
And-
on.
And it was like 5 of us and I'm like, oh my God, that didn't go.
Right.
Right.
As like a modern Othello, that didn't go.
Right.
And I'm like, I was like, this is going to be my thing, you know?
Mhm.
And then I was really disheartened. And then I don't know what it was, but I think when the audition for Zoe's came,
Mhm.
Mhm.
I was like, first of all, I already know that the skill set for doing this has already narrowed the group of people
Mhm.
that could be
Mhm.
doing this. 'Cause
Mhm.
sing, dance,
Sing,
and,
dance,
and act,
and
right?
be funny.
And so when I showed up, I was like, I know that they're trying to cast this, and I want to take some big swings here. So I took a lot of big swings in that audition.
Yeah.
And
Like
some
what?
of them,
What would the
and
big
some of
swings?
them fell flat, for sure fell flat. Because I still remember I was in Robert Ulrich's office,
Mhm.
and he had a camera going, and I was sitting there with these like 10 pages of sides for this character. And then on top of that, I had to sing All I Do Is Win.
Oh.
And
All I do is win, win.
all I do is win, 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 no matter what. Gun in my mind, I can never get up. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Pound it
some
out.
love.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then sing another song. So I brought my guitar, did crazy little thing called Love.
Oh, great.
But I think what I realized was I was like, okay, they want to see what I did for my Zoe's audition was after the read was done, I was like, okay, so we're not going to do that anymore. You don't need me to do this. They're like, no. We just want you to do the dance and the ludicrous part. And all I do is win. So I sang All I Do Is Win and started to do the ludicrous part. And what I'd done is I started to tear up my script and then use it as like money.
Like industrial clubs.
And right to the camera of, and I was like, okay, this is a big swing.
It's a big swing.
It's a big swing. For sure a big swing.
Move.
It was a big swing. And I was like, this happened in the moment. I was
Did you have a quick, it happened in the moment.
It happened in the moment. Yeah.
If I had done that, and I would have planned ahead and I would have brought $2,000 in hundreds.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you know what? Like, weird.
Probably it's what I would have
$2,000 in hundreds.
Probably what I would have done.
And then, just be like, do you accept bribes? Yeah.
Right.
See, it would be a wink, wink. They wouldn't know that's what it was.
They would know and be like, this is going to be on the floor. I'm going to leave it.
Nothing to do with anything, but it's going to be
Yeah.
there.
Well, it sounds like you were just having the most fun.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, that makes it different.
Also, like, I'm always thinking, especially for that type of stuff, like the writing is so good. And there's so many ways that you can make a joke land because he's giving you so many options of like ways to take it. Right. So the fun part of it was like I'm always thinking is like, what is something on the page that no one is going to think of? What's something no one is going to think of? Like, what's the take on this? What's the, like, even listening of like, as I'm listening as this character, what's something no one is going to like, or like, at least I can say that's unique to me.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's something on
It's
the page
playful.
and they're going to be like, yeah, it's playful. It's like something that they're probably going to see 8 or 9 out of 10 times or like of the choice. What's the weird thing? You know?
I think that's good. That's good advice, especially for these two, because you two are about, I want to do it right.
Like, and I want it like this.
Yeah, you want it so bad, and I'm going to do it exactly right, and I'm not
desperate.
going to miss a word. I'm going to get it all right because that's how they wrote it. And I say you got to loosen up, and they can't loosen up.
It's hard.
Yeah, no, that's
This
that's
is so
hard.
much inspiration. I mean, wow. And then the hallmark of it all.
Yeah, can
All
we
right,
skip to
now
the
you
Hallmark
get to
of it
talk
all
to
now?
Hallmark. I know you want to talk about Hallmark.
Yeah.
Oh, because you were the leading man of a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
That's
Which is really cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
And because it was it the first musical?
Yeah. Well, it was that. And I think, it was the first time someone who acted and had written any music for it,
Wow. Okay.
like a song for it,
Mhm.
which was really cool. Also, diversity on Hallmark screen and really important,
Yeah.
which we were worried about because, like sometimes
Yeah. Who's watching the Hallmark channel?
who's
Are they
watching,
gonna-
like who,
Yeah.
like
Well,
Me.
That's why there's Great American Family has been created by Candace Cameron Bure. She used to be on
Oh.
all the Hallmarks.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful
Yeah.
programming.
Yeah. And she's
So-
like, let's
Too much for her on
let's
Hallmark.
keep it white.
So
Let's keep it Christian. That's what she
Bravo
wants.
Hallmark now.
Bravo Hallmark.
Yeah.
I and also being open-minded enough to open-minded enough to let me pitch a song and be
Yeah.
like, hey,
God
yeah.
forbid, let a non-white person. Believe me, that's the story of my life.
Okay.
Everywhere I
Okay.
go.
I mean,
really?
Everywhere
She's-
I go.
Yeah.
I-
Where are people pushing up against you as a
Yeah.
non-white person?
microaggressive white spaces.
like where?
The water cooler, the coffee corner.
Are you allowed to share just a smidge
Of-
of the song?
Yeah.
Mm.
So, yeah, I'll share. So the song, the movie's out. So I'll share part
I'll
of the
be
song.
watching.
Great.
I'll harmonize
So,
with you. Don't worry about it.
okay, cool.
On Hallmark and Peacock.
Oh.
I learned.
You learned, yes.
And please give us the title. My God.
It's called "Have Grace, Have Faith." Yeah.
You like that?
That's
So
the name of the song.
it's the name of the song, and it's
The name of the movie is
the name of the movie is "My Dreams of You."
right.
Oh.
Okay.
So the song itself is a way for the. I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to give it up.
Okay, good.
Okay.
But the song is really important for many reasons. But
Okay.
here is the song. So I'll just give you a little bit of the beginning.
Okay.
Wonderful.
I was always searching for something, never settling for anything less than what I was dreaming of. Everyone tells you, play it safe. Kept hearing a voice, she said, have grace, have faith.
Oh, I could cry.
Ooh.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Have
Yeah.
grace, have faith. Does that happen at some
Oh.
point?
Yeah,
So I'm like,
Have
"Hey."
faith. No, not really. It
Oh.
kind of sticks to the melody.
Have
That,
faith.
Does it do
Anyways,
that?
if you need any,
that's a really cool.
See?
yeah, she's the singer. Don't raise your
That's like a
eyebrows up
really
and down
cool
so much.
alt to that melody. Oh yeah, you do sing.
I do a little bit.
Oh,
You do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
it's so good today. It's a really good day between the ring and this.
So
Yeah, you
what
s-
makes
okay.
you
Mm.
go,
Mm.
oh great, I have this movie and I'm gonna make this movie better and write a
yeah,
song
how does it
for
even come about? Because I wouldn't even think to go like, hey, like even for this podcast, I'm the producer of it, but I wouldn't think to go, you know what, guys, I'm gonna write a song for this podcast. Like I wouldn't even. What made you even think to say it?
I first of all, like, I didn't know what song that they were gonna give me, so I
Mhm.
prepped a song because I didn't know the
Mm.
situation. There was no song in the script when I got it,
Oh, I see.
Oh boy.
so there was no song. It just was like Michael sings something about this. So I went with my writing partner. So it wasn't like about making the movie better or something.
Oh, I
And
see.
initially it was like, there's no song in here.
I see.
I'm gonna
Let me
write
give
a song.
myself something.
Yeah. So I
Oh.
prepped the song. And then when I got the song originally, I was preparing for the song to do that version of the song.
Mhm.
And I had this like wish inside of me that like, oh, you know what? Like maybe I can show the producers what I have as well to like try to see, you know.
Mhm.
And so me and Skylar, we were like, well, Skylar Samuels, who plays opposite me in this
Okay.
movie.
She's a huge Hallmark star.
perfect.
Yeah,
Okay,
she's
wonderful.
great. And by the way, an amazing human being.
Mhm.
And she was like, this is a really great song and it's personal and you wrote it. And I think, that's going to be really special to have in this movie. And so like, this other song's great, but why not give it a shot to see if we can get your song in there? So the producers came down and we played it for them. And I remember Joey Plager, who's one of our producers, he cried listening to it. And I was like, this is so sweet. We need it. And then he kind of took the initiative to sort of pitch it to Hallmark and get it in there.
But it seemed like it helped a lot that you had that Skylar, is that her name?
Skylar, oh my God.
Because someone who's like does all these films, they trust her probably at this point to speak up and say
Female lead
hey,
ally.
Yeah.
Hello.
Like, seriously, like
Yeah,
she
big deal.
was like just so great and so supportive. And I think without her, there's no way, like just being able to be like, hey, I stand by this song and this is really great.
Yeah.
And now, if I may, you have this relationship now, and now you are maybe creating another musical movie for.
I'm
for Hallmark?
trying. So Joey, one of the producers,
the one that cried?
the one that cried.
Mm.
Oh.
He's
Mm.
such an amazing, sensitive, sweet man.
Mm.
And one of my favorite people as I've met in the biz. And as we were wrapping up, I was like, hey, like you've trusted me with writing this thing. I am developing this other project, which I cannot talk about.
Okay,
Mhm.
but stay tuned, guys,
But
because
stay
when it comes
tuned.
out, it's gonna be everything
gonna
I do
be-
is
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So, and oh yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
Sure.
it's money.
yeah.
But I talked to Joey and I was like, hey, I have this other thing. Do you want to like hear it? And he's like, sure. And so I pitched it to him and he's like, this is really cool. And it was like a detective duo mystery musical
Yes,
about
please.
like a husband-wife couple who solves mysteries, but they both
Please.
sing and they like figure out cases. It's like the case of the week, and they have a marriage in
Mhm.
shambles, and they're trying to figure it out at the same time. And then while doing the mysteries, they get closer back to each other. It's like
Oh.
it's
I
it-
have watched every Hallmark mystery. They're my favorite, and they need more.
they need more.
And now I'm sitting in front of someone who's like, "Yeah, you really got the idea." Because yes, this is gold.
But with music.
I
even.
know,
And
it's
now I'm
totally
thinking.
new.
I imagine this: two detectives of solving a case in a back alley.
Mm. Cats are in the background.
Cats are in the background.
And where do
And
you
if you're
find them?
singing, I'm just saying we happen to have some experience
We can-
dancing as cats, and we're pretty good.
Let's be honest right now. What chance do they have of getting cast in something of yours?
Please be honest.
I mean,
He's thinking about it.
I'll have to.
I don't think he is.
I'll have
He's
to.
thinking about how to say what he wants to say.
I'll. You guys, no,
It's-
you're clearly very talented.
Oh.
jeez. This day.
This isn't good.
It's good.
It's not good.
This is good.
You can't tell. Don't give him more hope.
You
They
know?
need
This
less
is
hope.
good.
Yeah,
This is good.
No.
Mhm.
What did
kind
you
of-
say? The back alley?
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
if it's a mystery.
The alley cats.
Yeah, sometimes you end up in an alley when
Now-
you're solving mysteries
Mhm.
for sure.
Take me through this. Like
Mhm.
the detectives.
Sure.
Yeah, the husband and wife detectives are walking down the alley.
They've
and all of a
chased.
sudden,
They've chased someone in the alley, but the person got away. Now they're
Uh-huh.
stuck in this
They-
alley going.
The
what
person
what
climbed
happened?
up a fence in the back alley.
Yeah,
as
and they jumped
do.
over.
You hear a.
and then you hear. That's the opening to Cats.
This.
Okay, I'm gonna add
And
something.
and so what's the take
this isn't part
I'm
of.
We're
not
just
completely-
there.
We're just.
But we get
selling
paid.
it.
They're
and,
nothing to do
and
with
this
the
is like
mystery.
middle America. You think
But
they'll really like
here's-
this?
I'm gonna-
Yes.
guys, I have a way to sell this because you're doing a terrible job.
Oh.
It's this moment, and you hear the music, and you see these women, and they're dressed like cats. And then you're like, what is going on here? And there are these cats. And then you find out, oh, we're in the back alley behind a community theater doing a Cats production.
Mhm.
We all have a good laugh.
I see that.
And they run off and they go keep chasing their
But
Mhm.
then when the movie breaks, we go to craft service and we get food for free and we get bags of skincares for free.
Yeah, they
at
want
the
to get.
premiere.
That's really what they want. Is
What
craft
sort of
services.
swag does Hallmark hand out before we can agree to be cats in the alley?
Right. I mean, what do you mean swag?
Do you get like a bag
Gift
of
basket.
free?
Do you
Have you ever
get-
got any
Do you have a
free?
mug that says Hallmark on it? Anything like that?
I mean, not really, but
Oh.
you know
But he
what?
has a paycheck.
But they pay very well.
Mm.
They pay
Okay.
very well.
I'll
Do
take
they
Well,
need-
you know what we can do with
Do you
that
need a
paycheck?
producer?
Buy
Buy
creams.
creams.
Here's the thing. It's like, would you rather take a better paycheck or would you rather have the gift basket?
Yeah,
That's
that's
tough.
That's already. I've never
That's tough.
once thought of that.
These- I have a lot of money, so I actually don't need.
Oh.
I'll take the baskets.
Yeah.
You would
Just
ra-
let them know that.
You would rather have a gift basket.
Can you call up Joey and let him know I'll take a basket?
Also, let Joey know if he needs a producing partner because
Mm.
I'm thinking this might not work out for long term. What I'm doing right now.
Right now. What makes you say that?
I mean, I don't know.
I challenge you to find another podcast that is as good as this one to produce.
Okay, I'll take the challenge.
On
See what
guard.
happens.
God, back
Guys,
to
if you
that
can
early,
believe it, we're at
early
that-
English that you were speaking. Jesus.
Vandat apre with the
Hold- Oh.
All right, I'll just.
This woman is heading towards menopause, and with that, her libido is on fire.
Mm.
You can't do these. You can't do these.
Oh,
I
the
feel
body's
like-
like you got 3 more eggs.
Sounds
Make
like
them
you're-
count.
Make them count.
Sounds
yeah, use
like
them
you're
up.
summoning the dark.
All right,
prince.
guys, we're at that time. I know it always goes by so fast. We're at the time we got to start thinking about wrapping up. But here's what we like to ask as we're heading into that zone. What advice do you give to people who are, trying to make it in this business and like you had, 3 pilots that didn't go or whatever when they're coming up against obstacles?
Or
What do
maybe a
you-
little creative boy whose mama and papa
don't want him
to
to
grow
do
up
it.
and be a creative person.
Yeah, what do you say? What do you say to that kid?
I've thought about this a lot,
Mm.
and that like, what would have happened if I didn't have another pilot that got picked up or something like that, and I realized I'm like, I'm not in it to sort of. I'm not in it for. I never started doing this for money.
Mm.
And we think that success equals money in
Mhm.
this business. And being able to do like smaller projects that fulfill you, but that still feed the hungry eyes
Mhm.
is like the way to go about doing this. Like there's too many people that come to this business for the fame and the money and the success.
Mhm.
And the craft is gonna outlast anything. Just being a student of whatever it is, with comedy, singing, acting, dancing, whatever it is, the craft is going to keep you grounded in the longevity of it. I know people who have gotten their big break at like 54, 60, 65, 70. And I'm like, it doesn't matter,
Rate
right?
it.
Like
Mhm.
you figure out how to like survive, obviously,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know, and I've done a million different things to do that.
Mm.
But at the end of the day, you want to spend as much time as you can after you're done figuring out the survival job to
Sure.
do the thing that you want to do.
And that's the key. You got to want to do it. Because like you said, if you're just doing it for fame or money, you're going to get burnt out.
Or
you're going to
gift
get
basket.
gassed.
But if you're doing it
Or
because
gift
you love
basket.
it, then you just keep doing the thing you love.
Mhm.
And to that point, you're doing a play right now.
I am.
And that's feeding the thing you're saying, like it's because you love it. So I'm sure that's not making you a fortune,
No.
but you enjoy it.
It's not, but I'm having the time of my life
Yeah.
doing it.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Mhm.
I saw it.
What's
You
it? Yeah,
did.
I did too. What's the name of it again?
It's called
Human
human
error.
Yeah.
Human error.
Human
So
error.
It's
good.
I
really
saw it.
thought provocative.
I saw it. He's very provocative.
Yeah.
You're very, very,
Very good.
and very funny.
No, thank
It's
you.
actually
Yeah.
the play America needs today.
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
Mhm.
Yeah. It'll
Wow.
probably not be in the theater anymore by the time this airs, but keep your eye open for it because it may pop back up.
Yeah.
Look
May
it up.
pop back up.
Now, the second thing we like to do before we call it a day is
Well, don't look at me. You can
Well,
say
you're
it.
the
You can
producer.
finish it.
we like to play a little
Improv game.
Do you have improv experience? We've been trying to learn it from our guests.
You've been trying
We have
to-
a lot of
You
people-
have been trying to learn improv from your great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because a lot of
Right.
our guests do some improv. Do you do any?
Yeah, I dabble.
Okay.
Mm.
Do you have a favorite improv game?
Yeah.
Oh,
What
what's your
is it?
favorite improv game?
Like I think of okay, how about this? We are going to be a couple
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh, this
role
is a
play.
good one.
Jeez.
Role play.
Okay. and you're
He's
going to be
doing this
given
on
a
purpose.
circumstance
Okay.
I don't think so.
and we'll do a short scene.
Oh my god.
Well, who are
I'm-
we?
I'm
You're a
so
couple?
nervous.
Are we,
Yeah.
are we
you,
cats?
you are
Probably cats.
No, don't be cats.
Okay, we'll
please.
try outside the board.
you are two people who work in a independently owned grocery store.
Oh.
Okay.
And we're a couple.
Okay.
And we're a couple and our marriage is on the rocks.
Okay.
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 Mm.
Okay. And go.
Hello.
Hello and welcome.
Would
to
you
our-
like to buy some lettuce? I can tell your marriage is on the rocks, and salads are a good way to bring people together.
And we are independently owned.
And there's a cat in the back.
Honey,
Yeah.
I don't want to buy lettuce here.
That's okay. We sell milk.
Whoa! I tripped on the milk.
She fell.
Please let my husband speak. He gets upset
Yeah,
when he
I
doesn't
just-
get to talk.
I'm just here to get some crackers. We're
Ooh.
having a little wine and cheese
We're having
night.
a dinner party.
We're having a dinner
Yeah.
party.
Funny you should say
Coworker.
because you're married to a cracker. She's white as the day is long. Why not be more interested in someone like me, the store owner, who's not white?
I feel like we should take this scene again.
That was some of my best works. Thank you. That was the most advanced.
That was
improv game.
thrilling.
Usually we
That
play
was-
one word story.
That
or
was
zip, zap, zap.
advanced.
That was
Okay.
very advanced. Yeah, they weren't ready for that.
No.
Yeah, I feel like can I give you some advice?
Yeah,
Okay,
give us
I'm
a little
open,
bit of
yeah.
advice.
Sure.
Yeah, like at the top of the scene,
Great.
I think you
Or
Top of the scene was
He didn't
great.
say anything yet.
at the top of the scene, you know, like you were given these circumstances and you let all the circumstances kind of come out
You said them all.
verbal. You said them all.
oh, why? What are you supposed to do?
And well, you're supposed to live them.
Show us, don't tell us. That's what
Yeah,
I've
you
been
know, and
told.
then I don't know if you remember we said no to the cats.
Oh. But you know what? I was taking a big swing like you did.
Yeah, we're taking big
Mm.
swings.
See.
You know what? I feel like that may have been wrong advice.
Oh.
Okay.
You know?
You have to have a certain level of talent.
At this point, let's just try to get you to swing, you know?
Okay.
Okay.
I get it.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up.
All right. Kapil Talwalkar.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you
for
so
being
much.
here.
I don't know how this movie did. I was told it did actually pretty well.
Mhm.
Okay.
I know that this is one of those things that definitely probably will strike the younger audience more than an older audience. Like it's not the typical sort of small town girl meets guy
Sure.
story.
Mhm.
It is girl meets guy, but it's a very like eternal sunshine of the spotless mind.
Oh, cool.
circumstance.
No, I
Like,
can't wait. I'm going to
high,
watch it tonight.
high concept.
Multiple Talking Women is produced and hosted by Ariane Price, Lauren Burns, and Lisa Shurga. Subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on all podcast platforms, and become a member of our Patreon. All right, am I done?